Hello dear friends, today we'll install the Apache 4.2 fast CGI with Php-fpm and the MySQL. The question is, why this stack instead of the LAMP stack? The answer is, Apache fast CGI with Php-fpm in this stack is one of the best stacks to host PHP application. This stack is not as easy as setting up a basic LAMP stack, but it is far better than the basic LAMP stack when it comes to performance. The key ingredients in this stack is FPM, which stands for First Process Manager. In this stack, Apache will send all the PHP files to processing to FPM. It will then return the rendered output to the browser. And in bonus, we'll install Magento2 CC installation. Also, before that, we'll install SSL with Let's Encrypt Free SSL. The main attraction of this SSL free script installation is we will configure the Route 53 configuration, Route 53 add-ons or plugins in the Let's Encrypt. We'll configure the plugins, then we'll make it SSL working. We'll do the current job, however, and then install the Magento2 CC. This is the bonus part. If you don't need the bonus part, then you can skip the end section, but at the beginning we'll go for the Apache, then first CGI, then Phpfpm, then MySQL. And the installation on Ubuntu server 18, it is not covered in this video. Also, the SSH secure how to secure your server things, this is not included in this video. Maybe later I'll try to do it. So let's start with the ACM stack. So but before that, we'll do some mind refreshment things which is needed for us to do some tasks. Before that, we can refresh our mind. Also, this is necessary before we go on with this project. We'll all be happy if you sing this song with us. So let's start. Hello, hello, how are you? Hello, hello, it's good to see you. I say hello to you and all your friends. I say hello, let's meet them together. Let's play together. Let's have fun with friends. We are all friends. We have to understand this motivation, actually, inner motivation of this song. The song credit here. However, let's start with our Apache installation. So before that, you need to run the update command. I already ran this before, so it's already updated. And let's do some tools installation with this command. I'll share with you the commands, no problem, in my blog. And with this command, apt-get install Apache2 with the -y, it will install the Apache 2. Let's give some time for installing the Apache. Already installed. So let's check the version. We ran this command before, sudo apt-get install Apache2. So let's check the versions. This is Apache 2.4. Then let's go for the installing the first CGI. To install it, you need to execute this command. You'll find this command in my blog. Let's install it. So it just download the fast CGI things, and you need to make this command also to unpackage it. So this was the command actually. So after installing the Apache, we'll go back to our firewall. By type this command, sudo ufw status. My firewall is currently inactive. Let's check how many apps are there. Apps settings, Apache full, secure, Apache secure, and open SSH. We only need these two, the Apache full and open SSH. It will confirm you the a port 80 open, SSH port 22 open, and 443, which is for SSL, will be open for you. And we need to make sure that SSH port open, and also UFW is enabled. To make enable, you need to type this command, sudo UFW enable, and with UI. It is now enable and active, and system startup, it will no problem. So let's check the status again of the UFW. So Apache full, open SSH full. All right, so let's do our next step, which is we already installed this first CGI. Let's go for the FPM, Php-fpm. And before install the FPM, one thing you need to do is you need to make sure that Apache will start when your system start. So this is the command, system control enable Apache 2. It will enable the Apache process running when the system got restarted. Right now we are going to install the Php-fpm. To install the Php-fpm, including all the modules, we need to type this command. In this command, you can see apt-get install PHP 7.2 FPM, library Apache mod PHP 7. These are the required mod actually. General required mod for also, it will also help you for installing the Magento2. Okay, let's install it. Give a pause here. Let's again come back. So Php-fpm is installed. So check the version of the PHP. This is the command. PHP 7.2 on Ubuntu, blah blah blah. Sudo phpm. This is the command to check. This is the command to check how many modules have been installed. And we already installed the Php-fpm and the fast CGI processor. So now we need to configure the Apache with Php-fpm. Let's do some edits on with this file. We need to edit. This is the file. Configure available PHP 7.2 fpm conf. So we need to backup first. Let's do a backup of this file. Copy it from somewhere. I'll give you this is the backup command original. This file, fpm file, is backup to this backup with this file. So let's edit this file. I need to write some scripts. Let's press D and D to delete all the line. Let's press the I for insert, move. This is a Vim editor, so I copy the scripts from my documents. I'll give you in my blog post. Please visit it. Then if you need the code, then please visit my blog post and collect my codes, source code, no problem. Sorry. We already passed 10 minutes, huh? How fast time goes. We change it and we need to check if the code is alright. So syntax is okay. I just run this command to check the code. Syntax is okay, alright. So we need to enable few mod, like enable mod, this one, this mod, also enable this configuration file, and also you can see my comments. Like I also use this command enable mod action, enable configuration, this configuration, and enable mod proxy fast CGI and set env. This module and configuration I have to enable. Then we need to start the Php-fpm. So Php-fpm started, and we also do Php-fpm and Apache2 restart. Let's make a restart. So let's restart with this command. It asking for me which entity it is I need to restart. Let's choose one, and password for my user. Authentication complete, and the service has been restarted. Let's make a site. To do, I need to create this directory. This directory in my var www. My folder name is look like my domain name, and then I need to give the appropriate rights to it. ch owner, recursively www data and www group to this folder, and chmod read write could be available for the owner, and group can be read only. So make an index file here. Instead of index j, I am making j.php, and here I'm going to paste, copy, and paste this line. Alright, so then save with escape:wq for vim. I made this file earlier. You can see in my command box to follow me. And to make index.php available by default, you need to modify this file. Let's do some modifying. Escape:wq for save. Because I am going to run a domain name in my server, so I need to make some site available configuration file in my it's Apache2 site available in folder. You can see this is my file location here, and the file with the file name I for insert. Let's copy these things. Let's do some alignment. Let's do some change here. Copy. This is for document root. This is my document root, my server aliases and server name, and this is my webmaster email address. This line will be there. This line will be there, no problem. Apache org. To make the errors, I make a custom folder. An error. You can make your in your way, no problem. All right. So this looks like all right. So escape, control WQ. Also, we need to test every time. We need to test before after save the configuration file. So syntax looks all right. To enable this site, we need to enable this site and type this command. Enable site com.conf. To disable it to this site.com, that is not a problem. So to reload, let's reload the Apache and reload file. And here I found that this one mistakenly double dot was there, so I correct it and save it by escape :WQ. And I need to reload my Apache. Then hopefully it will fix. Say hi j.sp. It will show that system PHP version 7.2 build date October 28 server Phpfpm first CGI. This is supposed to show, and you understand that first CGI is installed successfully and served the PHP page successfully. So this is the Apache installation and configured with first CGI with Phpfpm. And our next step is very interesting and very popular, which is install the MySQL server. Let's do it. To install the MySQL server, we execute this command: sudo update and upgrade. Okay, let's do it. And then we'll execute the MySQL installation command, which is this: get install MySQL server 5.7, MySQL client 5.7 with all yes. So it's installing, and after install we'll create a database for the Magento. Let's be installed. After installation of MySQL, we need some secure utility. We need to run some secure utility with this command: sudo MySQL secure installation utility. So you need to press Y here, and password need to be strong. And let's type the strongest password here. This password is used for root password. You enter the password, and estimate strength of the password is 100. Let's press Y. We'd like to keep it and say Y. Anonymous, remove anonymous user, disallow root login remotely, yes. Remove test database, yes. Privilege table now, reload the privilege table, yes. So all done. So let's enter to the MySQL console by pressing this command. So we are at MySQL console. And now I am going to make few commands like create database, create user, and grant all privileges on this database to this user, identify this password, flash privilege, and quit. So I copied everything and just shift and insert everything and quit. So database user, database, and privilege has been flashed, and we exit the MySQL console. So this is how we install the MySQL. And also don't forget to use this command. Please run this command, sudo system control enable MySQL. That will enable MySQL server running when your system got restarted. So this is the command lastly we put. So we have MySQL install, Apache Php-fpm install, and also the firewall control panel allow only the SSH and HTTP 80 and 443 port open. So this is how we install it, the ACM stack successfully. And now we're gonna install our bonus part, which is the Magento. And before install the Magento, we have to install SSL for this server. So let's check. We're gonna install SSL certificate from Cardboard, that is free. And let's select the software, Apache, and the system Ubuntu 18, that is Bionic version. And let's check. We'll go for the wildcard, not the default one. Let's check wildcard. To add Cardboard PPA, you need to run all this command. Just copy this command. And simple pasting. It will install the Cardboard PPA. It will load or add the Cardboard PPA, and then we'll run a command called sudo app install cardboard python apache. This command, which will install the Cardboard certificate board. We also, by that installing, we also need to install the plugins. We are using Amazon Route 53, so we need to install Route 53 plugins. This is the command, sudo apt-get install Python 3 Cardboard DNS Route 53. This is the one to install this plugin for us. We installed the plugin successfully, and now we're gonna set up the credential of Cardboard DNS.pp3. Access key for the account is permission must be supplied one of the following way. Let's go to this example. DNS plugin, we need to click Route pp3. Let me show you. Here, click Route pp3 and it will name argument Route 3 list hosted zone, get changes, resource record set. So we need to edit our policy file in our Route 53. We create this policy named cardboard users. Let's enter it. In the policy file, you can see I have few hosted zones, 1, 2, 3. Let me check what is my hosted zone for this EJ1. As I already added this hosted zone here, and I just took this policy from this. I just copied it and make a policy. As you can see, cardboard policy or cardboard user. So I just changed the hosted zone to here. Alright, then the policy is created. So as we set up the ACM, the things we need the SSL, and right now we already complete up to this system. We already install correct DNS plugin install, and to set up the credentials, we visit the DNS plugin Route 53, and we are in this page, and we already create the AWS policy. And now before that we download the AWS CLI, which is needed for the plugin to install the certificate in your server. So just install the AWS CLI. Just search install AWS CLI 2 in Google and click on the first link. Actually, at this time Amazon have CLI version 2. CLI version 2 installing. CLI version 2 install macOS, Linux or Unix, Windows. We choose Linux or Unix. Then please be installing on Linux. Here, this line we need to copy. I have a video there in YouTube. So here
It give us free copy of the no longer.
it is also mentioned here.
I need to copy the store.
To install. It is asking us to download this. So let's download it. Let's move this browser here. So installing on Linux, then the first step, copy and paste here. So it is downloading. Take some time. Let's come back again. Let's move it to copy AWS CLI to this folder. Let's go cd. So let's we already are downloaded, and let's unzip it with the command unzip. So we don't have an unzip, so we need to run this command to install the unzip password. So let's run the command again. So it is unzipping. We already do this command, run and install program. To run installer, we need to type this. ls minus -l. Let's check what kind of folder is here. Yeah, we have a folder called AWS after unzip it. So let's run it. Let's copy this command. Copy. And insert. Run. So AWS already installed. If we run this, it will show us the version of the AWS. Yes, it showed up the AWS version. Upgrading on Linux, blah blah. Removing, how to remove, you can also remove it. However, verify an identification. To understand the verification, you can visit that this video which I have. Alright, so we already installed the AWS, and let's go back to our website and let's configure our credential. To configure the credential of AWS in your server, to log in, you need to see this video which you already made.
This website is clear.
Create this folder, and then we can create this file. Let's check. Yeah, it can write. Let's open, search, and copy this 3 lines to here. You need to replace those key with your existing one. So I already saved this file by replacing my keys. Alright, so let's check it. Permissions. So we need to actually remove this permission and change the ownership to this user MG, because this user MG is responsible to make the renew operation. So the command will be here. Something interesting is this file have our credential, which owner is MG. However, there is another owner could be responsible for respective website, but this is the user who have the route 53 access. So this user only run the SSL cardboard renewal operation. So we change the owner to MG. Sudo owner MG colon MG colon MG to this file. So dot aws config So we change the owner to mg to this file. Let's check. This is so interesting. So the owner is already changed from root to mg, and we need to change the permission. We need to omit this read to group and other users. We need to avoid this read because this has a password. You're supposed to keep your password within your user scope or user domain. So we'll change sudo chmod -r or return order, and then maybe we can try 6 for read and write, and 00 with no access to domain.aws. Let's check with the lsa command. So this is what we are needed. So only read and write. Only the owner can read and write. The rest of the world or the group could not have any kind of access to this file. Alright. So permission is set. This was the tricky part. We need to run the renew command because every 3 months cardboard certificate will expire. We need to run the renew command in the current job under the mg user. It is said here, you should protect this API credential as you would a password. Password, like password, you have to save this. However, now time to install the certificate. So we would like to run this command. Sudo cardboard card only. We are running the Apache server that is called if you go visit the website, then it's called Apache plugin. For Apache, we would use this. So that notepad. This is Apache plugin. This is Route 53 plugin, and this is Route 53 propagation for 30 seconds. This will be our domain name. You need to be careful to type your domain name because any spelling mistake could guide you in error. So agree to toss and your email address. Alright, looks alright. So just copy this command. Just copy and just type it. Looks alright. So hit enter. So it's gonna install the certificate for you. Would you be share email address with the blah blah blah. I don't want to share with them. Right. So you got my email address, so please don't make spams, okay? Or don't pass my email address to the spammer. However, it's working. It's challenging. Obtaining a new certificates, performing a following challenges: DNS 01 challenge for Ijumuna and DNS 01 challenge for the Ijumuna. Actually, that plugin Route 53, taking the credential from that folder, and with the AWS CLI, it makes it changes my DNS TX record and check if the ownership is authenticated, to authenticate the owner, and then it will again remove those challenge and give me the certificate plainly. It takes some time. So after the challenge, it gave me the certificate, and after, below the important notes there will be found a congratulations message. So certificate is installed and given for my domain, and it is being mentioned that your certificate, the full chain.pem file, is located HCLS encrypt live your domain name / full chain pem and the Prerequisites on the same folder. After installing that certificate, you need to visit your site. It is not happening, but certificate is installed. So let's further modify our site available, our domain.config sudo vi ACM Apache2 sites available in so we need to delete everything here by pressing the DD, and let's press the I, and let's paste all the code we have completed. Some of it. Server admin webmaster easymono.com. Make sure that your domain is correct. Apache logs here. Redirect permanent. This to there. Redirect engine on. We just omit the redirect. Yeah, it is informed to be. It is being informed that redirect is disabled, but we did the rewrite. We do the same thing in the rewrite rule as per Let's Encrypt. This code is from Let's Encrypt. Also, you just replace the domain here. This is our 443 things. So we also don't do this redirect to here. Directory. Make some dedication here. File match, error logs, SSL engine on, and it looks like good. We are good to go. So it's alright. Then we need to enable a few mods like module rewrites, headers, and SSL mods. Let's check our config file if there is any error or not. Yeah, it looks alright. Syntax okay. We need to reload the Apache. Let's reload and let's check the design. Yeah, we edit our conf file, website configure file in Apache. HTTPS is working. Let's check with here. Let's see if the redirect is working. Yeah, redirect is also working. So certificate is here. Let's give it or not. It's okay. So 20 for 3 months only. We have to go right now. We have to go to test this site. To test, make a new window and type this website here with 2 tabs. One tab, type easymono.com, submit, and one to submit with www.com. Let's see the result. Sometime to coming. So this is a valid certificate, 2K certificates. Alright, and this also have very good strength. Alright, so we are good to go. And one important thing is pending, which is we need to renew the plugins. One card, and two, we also get a certificate. Okay, test automatic renew. To test the automatic renew, we need to write this command. Sudo cardboard write on renew command, if it's working or not. So if it's success, then you will get the 100 points for the SSL. Just for fun. Let's pause it. It's working. My cats are sleeping though. They were so playful actually. They're sleeping. And I have to sleep. I have to go to bed. I have to complete this video. Let's complete this video and go to bed. If you find this video helpful, then I'll be happy, and I'll be more happy if you do some good things in your life. Let's pause it for some few moments. So dry run seems succeed. Congratulations, succeed. Important your country have been saved in your car recovery directory. Let's encrypt. You should make secure backup for this. Hold on, blah 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 things. However, sometimes if you like to delete your certificate, then you can do command cardboard delete -- card name, certificate name, and domain name, list cardboard certificate. If you would like to see how many certificates you have installed, sudo cardboard certificates. So it will show you how many certificates do you have and how many days for it. And you already have the dry run renew process, so certificate will be renewed automatically. So this is up to, we did include our project with part of the bonus project, which is SSL, and then next I'm gonna show you how to install the Magento in this server, the community edition, nicely and properly. So to install the Magento2 install with the installation, let's go to their website, Magento2 install, with this link, devdocs.magento.com. Guys, install GDE composer. Hope you can see. System requirement, Magento file system owner, install composer, get marketplace, installation follow diagram, getting started, system requirements, then pretty get Magento software install using composer, install the Magento archive on your server. Let's follow this guide. So we will download the installer. To download Magento open source, to follow this link. If you go for commerce, then this link, and so we are going for open source Magento download. This is the file we need to download. Let's go to their website, and here you can see it offers download with composer, but in this installation we will download it from archive. It will be easy for us, this method. So full release 2.3.3 added October 2019. Select format. We'll choose the tar.zz format, 118 megabytes. So make it download. You need to log in first before download. It's downloading, so I will continue when it's downloaded. So as we download with this SCP uploader, I am uploading the downloaded file, which is managing the CE 2.33 2019 926. It is downloading. Let's come back again. Actually, it's uploading to my server. Let's come back again. However, as it uploading, let's do some other job. Let's create a user. By the command add user. Sudo add user. We already created a user. This looks a little bit slow, my screen. My username is though the user is already exist. I already create the user when I install the Ubuntu server, and we need to put this user in the group called www.data, which is the web server group. Apache Web Server have a group called www/data. We find this command on. We may find the reference link here, and use the installation Magento archive on your server. Then prerequisite Magento file system owner, Magento ownership and permission in development production, and set pre-install ownership and permission. A single user, which is typically shared hosting, or restrict access with unmarked permission and ownership. So pre-installation ownership and permission, we click here, and here we'll find set permission for shared hosting, or set ownership and permission for 2 users. Actually this is not shared hosting, so we will go for it. Ownership permission for 2 users, which is generally used for a dedicated server. Well, we are managing a dedicated server, maybe on your premise, or maybe you can rent a server dedicated. So how to make the user about the shared group. So we already add this user. Step 1 to create a user and password, and then find the web server users group. You can find it by this command, copy, paste it here. It will show you the web server users group. This is the user group. You have, this is root group, this is mg group, this is www.data web, which is web server. So we already find and put the Magento file system owner in the web server group. So we need to
copy this command. User mode c ag data. Yeah. And our username is Ijamuna. We need to type sudo. So right now Ijamuna is under this group. Here we need to see its node. The A and -G options are important because they add Apache or dub data user as secondary group to the user account, which preserve the user's primary group. User's primary group have been preserved, and we add the user as the secondary group. To check, this is the command groups. Now it will show you how many group Ijamuna have belongs to Ijamuna itself, sudo group also, and data. Later we will remove the Ijamuna user from the sudo because we don't want to keep this user inside the sudo. And after this, we need to restart the Apache server. The service is to restart, copy and paste. Let's choose one because we are from the one MG user. Let's again come back to the documentation. Number 4, get the Magento software, compressed archive. We already get the software and upload it to our server, no problem. Set the ownership and permission for the shared group. We need to execute this command accordingly. But before do it, we need to go to the change directory to Magento root. So Magento software, we need to unarchive the compressed file. So to unarchive, to execute the number step 5, we need to unarchive the file which we uploaded. Let's change the user to our new user, sudo Ijamuna, cd change directory to its home directory, pwd home Ijamuna, and we need to archive. Archive command is let's back to our previous user, the main user. Let's create a directory, mkdir ls var. Let's check if the directory exists. Yes, the directory exists. So this directory is existed. So let's remove this directory rm along with its file. With the sudo command, the directory has been deleted. The directory is not available. So var dub only one stable directory is here. So we need to create a directory called Ijamuna. With the sudo permission, let's copy the directory name. Let's create it, and let's unarchive tar -x extract z4 zz file verbose and end of the file name. What is the name of the file is Magento C third Z, and the destination folder capital C destination folder is var www Yamuna. Let's unarchive to our expected web server web directory folder. It is extracting, and then we will change the ownership. We will change the ownership to Yamuna user. Sudo ch ownership recursively to Yamuna with www-data group, and the folder is var www Yamuna, and here we don't need this to make a current directory. We skip it. We just give the ownership to this folder to the Yamuna and group www. So it's done. So now let's come back to our user. And we are now ready to execute this command. So first we need to change directory to Magento2. Okay, cd var www. This is the Magento root file. Alright. As you can see, the owner and the user group. So find var, copy this command and paste it here. Also copy the next line command, again paste. Also chown web server group. Web server group. Change the ownership to web server group is www-data with existing directory, recursively all the folders. So we already done this before. My password. Oh, if you want a password is, yeah, the permission is, the ownership is changed to this group. Wonderful. The next command, chmod user execute bin Magento. User only execute the bin Magento folder because user needs to run few commands. Also optionally we can execute all this command in a single line with this line. However, we already did. Set if even file system permissions are set properly, can't be changed, the Magento file system owner can enter the command as user root privilege. No problem, we already done. So next step is, after you have file system owner permission, we are ready to go with the command line installation or setup wizard installation. So we will choose setup wizard installation. So we are ready to go here, but before this, Magento server needs some server requirement, which is we need to configure the php-init file, Phpfpm folder, and also in Apache2 folder. So let's move to that file. Let's back to our mg user. So sudo vi etc php 7.2, our version 7.2, and fpm php ini. Actually there is a two file php ini. One is it's php 7.2 under fpm folder, and one is same location in Apache2 folder. The Magento website recommend to change both of them for better result. So let's do it one by one. Let's search for date time zone. Here for insert, here it will be your time zone. Maybe you can choose whatever country and city. I choose Australia, Sydney. Escape again, search for memory limit. So here the memory limit, press I, is 128, replace with 2 gigabyte. Escape again, search for op cache. Which is disabled right now. Let's enable it with the value 1. Let's find for maximum execution time. Maximum execution time is 30 right now. We will change it to 1800. Again, let's search for zlib output compression. Is off right now. Let's make it on. Let's hit escape, and then let's save the file with wq, and let's again sudo vi. We need to again change one more file with same name. It's php 7.2 to php file. This file, same thing we need to do. Let's search for the time zone. Again, do the same thing. You can skip the video if you like. To next section. Giga. Okay. Maximum execution time. If you find a file in VM, then you have to put a /, then paste the line, then it will find the word for you. Maximum execution time. All right. So glib dot output underscore let's search it. Here, this is the line. Oh, let's escape it and let's save the file. Oh, why? So after make this change, we need to restart our FPM service, also restart our Apache service to make this effect in the PHP file. Maybe you can find it here. Oh, Magento is there actually. However, after doing it, another from the Apache perspective, we need allow override. Also, we need the mod rewrite module, which we already did. And now, from the MySQL perspective, we need to check what MySQL requirement is. Here is the requirement prerequisite under Apache version supported 2.4.x. There's a software installed already, blah blah. Apache rewrite and htaccess 2.4 instruction. Let's go as our file is Apache2 nmod rewrite. Copy this command. This is needed for from the requirement of in Apache section. This is already ready, as I told you, to enable distributed htaccess. So we need to allow override value from which we already did in our site configure section. We don't use Nginx and PHP we already did, and now we are going for MySQL. And MySQL, you can see, strongly recommended you absolute following the standard blah blah things. Magento uses MySQL database triggers. Familiarize yourself with this potential MySQL triggering limitation. You need to read all this. If you use MySQL database replication, beware, Magento doesn't support MySQL statement based replication. Make sure you use only raw based replication. Magento2 currently utilize create temporary table statement, which is incompatible. Installing MySQL on Ubuntu is a related article. Method start secure installation, we already did this kind of stuff, and sample output is here. If you expect to import large number of product into Magento, you can increase the value of maximum allowed packets if you need, but which is larger than the 16 megabyte. So if you need, you can change this value before upload your product listing. Also, you can check what is the value right now. Let's execute this command to see sudo. So maximum allowed packet is this is megabyte, this is kilobyte, this is bytes. So 16 megabytes is a byte. So execute CLI. So from our side, we already did the prerequisite things, and also we need to set up a cron job for the Magento. Let's come back to our user, Magento user, that is sudo let's go to our Magento root directory, and we need to run this command. From here, this command to install the cron job. But with no luck. Let's find. Okay, before troubleshoot, let's set up the Magento, which is here, as you can see. Let me make the window in the window size, proper size. So readiness check, let's click the readiness check. So everything looks green. So click next. It will ask you to the database host, this kind of credential to provide. So we already did the database things at the beginning. So my database host, localhost, database username is, this is the database username, and database name in wrong. I put the right database name right now. So let's check with the next. So it's alright. And web configuration, let's make correction and admin blah blah things. I'm going to change it, however, later. This is if you have the HTTPS. We already have SSL, so we need to click it. Use Apache Web Server React, yes. I want to use Magento generate key, yes. And file system, it's alright. So let's click next. You need to choose the time. We need to make some username and password. Create admin account. I already created my username and the password. So click next. And this is ready. It's ready to install now. So let's installing it. Let's pause it and come back later. So after installation, it will give you the launch Magento admin. You need to click here. And you need to put your credential here. So installation looks alright. So let's make some login. Hope you need to note your all the credentials for. So this is the admin console. They're asking for data collection if you allow it or not. Also, let's visit our and this is the home page. So Magento installation is successful. One thing we need to care about, which is the cron tools, cron job. Let's go back. Let's try to run the cron job again, and bin Magento cron install. The cron tab has been generated and saved. Actually, what happened, before installing the Magento, we don't need to run the cron job. If we run, then it will do nothing, or it will act nothing. After installing the Magento, you have to run this command, this cron job, and also to verify that job is running, you need to see the command is cron tab -l -u your username. So if the cron job is running, it will show you this Magento start and Magento end. So however, one thing you need to remember, and which is also important, that is the Magento owner user. You need to remove the Magento owner from the sudo privilege. So to do this, I'll do this command. Let's exit from this existing user and we need to run sudo del user. My username is we are not deleting the user, actually we are delete this Ijumuna user from the sudo group. Then it doesn't have the power of the root privilege, or it lost its privilege, or we need to revoke the privilege of user Ijumuna from the sudo group. The group name is sudo. So remove the user from the group sudo. Done. Alright. So now the user Ijumuna is safe for your server because its sudo privilege has been revoked, and it can make operation or make command for your Magento root directory. So thanks for watching, and also I would like to thank you for your patience, and don't forget the hello how are you song. We install the ACM stack, also SSL with the Route 53 plugins, plugins, configuration for Let's Encrypt free SSL, also the Magento2 CC installation, that is community or source open source installation. And this is our hello song. Hello how are you? Hello it's good to see you. I say hello to you and all your friends. I say hello, let's meet them together, let's play together, let's have fun with friends. We are all friends.